Heyo everyone, it is the Loki Monster here, and this week's update we have the return of Frostvale. Now there is nothing new until next week for us longtime players, but for those players who haven't yet experienced a Frostvale, there is tons to do. So we're going to check out Blitzy, who is right down here by the portal. Now you have to bear with me a bit, I have a wicked bad headache and I haven't been well for the last week or so. So, as you can see, the Frostval Collection is still coming soon. Now, we should expect this for next week, at which time we should see the return of the gift, the hula, as well as the bush, which, in case you didn't know, are player spawnables that you can purchase and spawn, and they drop all kinds of weapons and sets, and guardians should be able to collect a free one daily in the tower. And the bush drops different kinds of colorful bush travel forms and pets. Now, for the collections, if you own any collections, you can see all your collections here. And if you don't own that collection, like I don't own 2018 and 17, you'll be able to see the shop with the DC prices for each individual item. Now, when you own it, it will just say 0 gold. So, just having a look at last year's collection, we had this chibi clawful Santa and the pet of that. We also had a full-size clawful Santa here in the travel form. It was really cool. And in that year we had the Frost Raven set, and we also had the Snow Walker. I really like the Snow Walker here. I'm a big, huge Game of Thrones fan, so I really love this set. Plus, I really love when we get stuff from Titan. And then we have the 2021 collection, and this is one of my favorite weapons in the game, is the Frost Maw Hammer. I know Dage designed that one. And we also have the Prince of Icemore and the Princess of Icemore, and this is actually my favorite dress in the game. Not to mention the tiara, but I'm not going to show you everything here. I'm just going to show you a few highlights. Like we have Blitzy here, and yes, it is rather expensive to buy them out afterwards. And the gingerbread person. This is also available as a set you can wear to dress up as a gingerbread person. So check out everything in all those shops. There's tons to see. Now I am bringing up my chest menu, and then I'm going to go to buy chest items because there are some seasonal items available only at this time of year, starting with the gingerbread pet, who is absolutely adorable. And you can either hope you get lucky with a little RNG, or you can save up your shards to buy them. Now I believe the Ice Mist cape is also seasonal, but I'm not 100% positive on that. But the Holly Knight set is definitely seasonal. It took me a few years to get that. The sword is really cool, and it is a legendary item, which means it will be 5,000 treasure shards, which is a lot. But when we scroll down, you'll see the rest of the Holly Knight set is in the purple, and they are only 1,000 shards a piece. And I've actually been asked a few times about the helm on it, where I got it, and people don't realize that it's actually a Christmas helm. And they're really cool. They have little accents like leaf patterns on them, and also like that helm is so cool, is it not, guys? And little hollies on the shoulders, and I really love these shoulders too. I actually kind of wish they'd make these as reskins without the little berries on them. So, as you can see here, I'll bring them back up, you can go to different areas like Winter's Grass, Frostville Town, Frostville Labyrinth, and the Frostlorn Raiders Dungeon. So I'm going to go to Frostvale Town that you're used to seeing all the time. But at the moment, let's see, we got Blitzy here, and no, we don't want to see Blitzy. I keep forgetting they moved this because it's been in 3 different locations now with the magic bush. You can also get the ugly bush slayer sweater, and once the bush spawns are available again, you can come here to purchase them for 500 DC apiece, and Magic Bush should appear somewhere around this Christmas tree in Yoger's Inn as well. We also have, just mentioning bushes, another bush that was seasonal but now it's here all the time. It's the 007 bush, and with this you can get the Wreath of Khan, travel form, and pet, but you have to hunt the big bush in, I believe it's the Scholars District, but it could be the Trade District. It's by the big blimp. Anyways, so we've rolled over from that location into Winter's Grasp. Now this used to be, when you rolled through here, you'd be at the Labyrinth, but now you're at Winter's Grasp, which is just changed last year, and you can come to the crystal here and check out all things Frostvale and travel to them from here, which is really nice. Like, you can go straight to Mount Scrunch instead of actually having to go there, but I will show you where Mount Scrunch is. And you can get all these items from collecting drops in that location. That's once you've played through the entire storyline of this new area from last year, and expect the new area this year to be attached to this area as well. Now, if you roll into town, you'll find Hale here and the mayor, and they will get you started on your quest. Now, Hale has the crafting here, and you can hunt the green werewolf, which is the Moglinster, or basically the Moglin Grinch. And you can craft both the Moglinster hunter armor as well as the upgraded version of that, and we'll just check out some of these pieces here. So the Moglinster is mostly black and green, and this cape is really cool. I like the green version better, but there's also the upgraded Hale version, and the Hale version you have to collect edgy dies and trade in the first set for this set. So if you want both sets, you're going to have to craft the original Moglinster twice. And the edgy dies come from the Mount Scrunch dungeon, and they are a low drop rate, just so you know. So we also have here, we have Mayor Kane you can talk to. You can find out all about Winter's Grasp and who Hale is. And from Hale, you just want to come over here and then turn, oh, not into the tree, and head over to here. And this is the Mount Scrunch dungeon, which is the main newest dungeon. And then over here on the other side, we'll roll over here. And I want to take a second to ask you to please subscribe, hit that thumbs up if you like my videos, and don't forget to turn on those notifications. So this here is the old Frostville Labyrinth dungeon, and we have Blitzy here. And first off, we have the Frostville Crafts. Now you can buy some of these items for DC instead of farming them if you really don't feel like farming them. And we have items you can craft here, like the tannin bush, which is the original Christmas bush, and you need the original bush root for that. I do have a video on that. And then we have Caroler, the Santa fur, the Santa outfit, all kinds of stuff you can craft here, and the ugly red sweater and the ugly green sweater. The ugly blue sweater is a drop in the regular Frostville area. So we also have the green elf and the red elf, as well as just one pair of shoulders that goes for both sets. I just wanted to point that out. And you have to trade your green one in to craft the red one. Now, we also have the Yeti Crafts, and we have things like the Horville Battle Axe and the Scythe and the Yeti Horns. There's lots of stuff there for you to check out. So there are 2 dungeons on this side. Now, the first dungeon, you can get all the lights to craft the tannin bush and stuff for it, as well as materials. And on this side, you have to face off the Yeti, and this also has some hidden drops that are not listed here, like the more elaborate Yeti horns and the Yeti morph head. So also going back to Blitzy, we have the Frostville Raiders. So there's also Frostville Raiders crafts. There are two sets you can craft, the rogue and the mage, and the pieces you don't see here for these sets actually drop in the dungeon. So we'll just click on that and travel there, and that puts you right in front of the dungeon. You have to turn around to enter it. And when you go here, okay, first off, these guys only spawn once every 15 minutes unless you can get everyone to leave the dungeon, and then it will automatically reset. That's very hard to do, and I'm not even 100% sure that it will still do that since they've moved this out of the regular location. And these guys are really mean, by the way, so you don't want to go alone. So last few things, we're going to travel to Babylon, and we're going to go to the House of Oddities, but we're not staying here, we're just zipping out because Frostfang is also back. Now, it's really dead here because I'm on the blue server. You really want to fight Frostfang at reset and on the red server. That's when it's going to be busiest. Now, with Rose, we have the participate in the event where you can earn your social flyers, and you also going to get the drops that you need to craft things from Frostfang, the Ultra Party streamers, and you can craft all of these winter weapons. Now, these ones are here all year around, and I swear, I actually think this is the longest sword in the game. I mean, seriously long. And we also have the Glacier Piercer. Now, that bow actually does drop from Frostfang, as well as two different sets, the Sinister Santa and the Dark Kringle sets, and they're very popular too. Quick note, there are two ice bows like that, just to be aware of that. Now, back at Roland, we have the Frost Siege, and this and Frostfang will only be here for a short time. Now, as you can see, they are already attacking. There's no one fighting here. Again, this is best done on red server where it's busier, and you might actually have to use AEF helper to find some people to do it. So you can craft all your weapons and defenses with Sarah here, and you can also buy the Frost Viking and Frozen Viking armor. Now, I do believe you have to be a certain level at the siege, the regular siege, in order to do this siege. At least you used to have to be to get that Viking set. I don't know if they've removed that restriction. Anyways, the main reason people like to run this is there are 4 rare drops here. And they are the Ice Piercer Spear, and this actually has an animation on it. The Slice of Ice, the Snowflake Axe, and the Snowflake Axe and Shield. Now, all of these drop from the dragon, but just the Slice of Ice and Snowflake drop from the Warlord. I want to thank you all for joining me, and I'll put some links to some of my other Frostvale videos in the description. Bye bye!